Hello, this is Sammy from the Underdogs, and I wanted to present to you our app, Healthy Life. Healthy Life is a way for patients to interact with their doctor and schedule appointments and keep in contact. When you log into the app, you are confronted with a map view of all the doctors around you, and each doctor is displayed with a pin that describes who they are and what their name is, and just with their name. And once you click on their call out, it takes you to the doctor's page. The doctor's page shows you where the doctor is on the map, at the same time giving you the name, the rating, the address. The rating was pulled out from Google if it was available. So this kind of gives you a rating of how the doctor is and if you'd like to schedule an appointment. So to schedule an appointment, all you have to do is click on the date, click on the schedule appointment button, and it takes you to this calendar view. This calendar view will have a list of days, and once you click on a day, it'll bring down the entire calendar for the doctor for that day. And when you click on schedule appointment, it schedules the appointment, and as you can see, the appointment popped up instantly on our database. Now, the reason we chose Firebase was because of its real-time capabilities and the fact that it allows us to customize the data, and it's NoSQL based, so the data is very malleable. Things don't have to exist everywhere at the same time, so we didn't have to worry about schemas and null values and a lot of the headaches that you get with a SQL database. The other reason is the cloud functions. The cloud functions enable us to have the capabilities to process huge amounts of data on the web if we wanted to. It allows us to execute things away from users' devices and at the same time extrapolate from your typical server and having to manage. Since the costs are much lower and the function only gets called when it's executed. So this saves you a lot of time and a lot of headaches. As well, it's always reliable because you're running on Google servers, and that makes it very scalable. As you can see, we have the doctors, a list of all the doctors. We queried Google Maps API for all the doctors in Kansas City, and we were able to get a lot of information about the doctors, their ID. We got a unique ID from them that we were able to use. We received the photos, the place ID, the rating, the reference, the type of doctor, which we will be displaying eventually. And we also queried for pharmacies. Unfortunately, we haven't had time to display the pharmacies and build the functionality for pharmacies, but we will eventually. And we also created a message database. In the messages, we will have the conversations between the user and the doctor. We also have the schedules. So in the schedules, we were able to render. We created a JSON format to display the schedules based on months and days. We used a form of a binary format to represent the hours that the doctor has been scheduled or not. And when you schedule an appointment, the app will go in and update the string to the binary format where you scheduled an appointment. Unfortunately, since I'm using an emulator and running out of RAM, the app freezes occasionally. Yep, RAM issues. Okay, so I was able to clear up some RAM and I got the app back and running. So we also created an inbox functionality. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to implement all the features where the inbox gets rendered and shown on the screen, but we do have the base JavaScript functionality or the mobile functionality to send messages, which should be a very simple process from here on to get it running, but we had to focus on other things to get the app to a very good functional state. So as you can see, we have no messages over here. And when you click on Start Message, you are able to see the list of all the doctors around you. Or if we wanted to, tweak it around to become only the doctors that you are patients of. Now, the way this works is you see the doctor here, the clinic or the doctor, and they have an account which you can directly message. Hello. So you can see, you can send a message. We want to incorporate images to where you can directly send an image, for example, of a certain case that you are facing, for example, a rash or any other form of illness, where you can directly send a picture of it to your doctor so he can give you maybe a quick diagnosis over the phone instead of having to step in, or somebody in that clinic can reply to your message and maybe either tell you to set an appointment, or maybe just get some ointment off the shelf, or if there's another form of treatment that you can do. Unfortunately, we still not, as I said, we still don't have all the features done, but we are hoping to get a lot of them done, especially since we had to make sure that everything else ran. And yeah, that is the app. And I want to spend the rest of this time to talk to you about what we use to basically run the app. We are using this feature called Expo. And Expo is an open source project that allows you to run the apps, and they actually have a mobile app that you can install and run our app. So the way it works is I click publish, and once I click publish, the app is now available on their servers, and anybody who wants can download their app and search our app, which would be doctor's appointment, and use the app. And this is really great for beta testing, alpha testing, and as you can see, the app is not even close to being done. It still has a lot of features to implement, but we are hoping to get them all done eventually.